Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unobtained. It's episode 20. Were you expecting a world tour? I was too. Just kidding. This thing never really came to what I wanted it to be. I think I started it too early. We're gonna get rid of it. Wha-bam! We're done. I've removed this thing that was here. Anyways, Kazam, look at that. I started it. I got it about halfway, maybe a third of the way of how much I want to build. You can see I started out with cobblestone and then realized that it's just going to suck so much cobblestone out of my cobblestone supplies that I switched to a renewable snow resource. And if you recognize the design, yes, this is based off of Etho's one, which honestly, you know, he has made some of the greatest things in the game. And the reason that I'm kind of breaking my rule about designing all the farms in my world is I already broke that with the Enderman farm, so there we go. But I think I'm going to try after this farm to get back to that designing of my own farms. I just find it more rewarding, but I still really want to build this one here. So the only problem is I'm going to take a break from that because, yeah, it's just such a big build. But I have started another project here. I built this. Now, if you know what this looks like, or if you have like an idea of what this is, good on you. It's a villager trading hall. Yeah, it's a very basic one, but basically because our master grand plan for the underground section to have all the farms connected to one spot is just such a big plan. I want to get villagers started before that, and this will be kind of our old villager section. This is where we're going to keep some of these old villagers that aren't that great, and then the good ones, of course, we're going to move around. So what we're going to do is we're going to get pre 1.4 villagers. What are they? Good question. I'll explain that while I start trading with them. With the addition of villager trading in 12W21A, villager trades weren't perfect. And one very special thing we can take advantage of is a 19 paper trade for 1 emerald. This is the cheapest possible you can get it. And this is in fact discontinued after 1.4. So that's of course what we're going for. I give up, guys. It's been too long. I spent a long time doing this. So this guy here has 5 glass for 1 emerald, which is good, and 22 paper for 1 emerald. Now 19 is the lowest apparently, but I'm kind of sticking towards that 22 because that's the lowest I've seen in my world so far, and I've gone through like over 400 villagers at this point, which is kind of crazy. So I might at some point go through some more again, but I have some other stuff I'd like to do in this episode. So that's going to be our villager section. As you can see, I did a little bit of decoration here. I think this looks a little bit nicer, actually. What I'd like to do now is work on the dragon farm. Yeah, so Captain Solo has let me know that the one that I built in my world is a little bit inconsistent, so it's possible for it to break. And I don't want that, so he actually sent me a screenshot of an adjustment to make, and he's going to be making a video over on his channel about the dragon farm itself and the fully working model. So I'm just going to go ahead and implement that change. I'll show you guys it done and then explain it to the best of my knowledge, but I'm going to link his channel in the description, so hopefully if you check, it should be there at some point. Anyways, I'll see you in the end. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the adjustments with you guys. So it works really good. Check that out. 1,117 levels. Oh yeah. Okay guys, so I actually got this villager over here. It's a pretty cool trade. 15 wool for 1 emerald. It's pretty cheap. It's on the cheaper side. I believe the lowest is 14. So the reason this is so interesting is because we can farm wool pretty easily, and if we do so, we might be able to get a good amount of emeralds, and wool is just a nice thing to have. So Let's go ahead and check out what I've got going here for our wool farm. It's a very unique design, kind of based on the parameters we're faced with in this version. Alrighty guys, so this is the sheep farm. More completed. I still want to decorate it, but yeah, so basically the idea is you come in here, you have your shears ready, you go shear, a bunch of sheep. There's going to be packed in sheep here, okay? And then we're going to be like over here and be like, okay, I want the wool. Boom, that lever gets flicked. And then if we check out over here, the sheep and all the items are going to be getting washed away just like that. Okay, hopefully this thing works. And all the items like that. Okay, and then you're going to be standing here waiting for all the items to come through. And yeah, looks like we already got them all, which is awesome. And then you flick this when you're done. Leave and come back when all the sheep have grown back their wool. This room would be really nice with like a brick kind of archway all the way down the building with these bricks and stone through here. So I'm gonna see if I can find a place to get some clay. So I think it's in the swamp. I'm not too sure. It's looking good, guys. Bricks are really looking good in this situation. Bricks are really a funny block because they're kind of tough to build with, but if you build with them right, they're one of the best, in my opinion. Even this old texture. But the unfortunate part is they're so difficult to get a hold of a lot of them. So, yep, that's why we're kind of just going with this look right now. Kind of an industrial look, sorry sheep. But yeah. Anyways, I'm replacing the stone in between the lanterns here with brick so that we get a nice 2 tall brick surface here, which is looking good. And then we're gonna put, I'm saying, some brick stairs underneath there. And then I'm saying for the ceiling, since I don't have actually a lot of bricks to work with, I don't want to do a brick ceiling, but I do want to like kind of put brick ribs through the thing like this. Okay, so it's a little bit tough here, but something like that. Ta-da! Yeah, I think this room actually came out really good. The jungle wood and bricks really work together. So I'm gonna use this more in our base. Yeah, and this kind of look just really feels good about it. I like it. Redstone still works perfectly how I want it to. So now all we gotta do is get some sheep in here and start breeding them up, and then eventually we'll just be able to come in here, shear them, sit here, press the button, and get a bunch of wool. And in true Unobtained fashion, we're gonna do that with some sheep eggs. All right. Ah. Well, there we go. So now, let me get some shears. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh, I'm in with them. So the grass doesn't really keep up, unfortunately, but... Look, we got a bunch of wool here. Amazing. Well, we got almost a stack of wool from that. With all that stuff being done, guys, it is finally that time again. It's the end of the episode. Uh-oh. But don't leave yet. Wait. I wanted to clear a few things up about my Unobtained series because I kind of realized that I've confused some people, and rightfully so, because I have 3 different worlds, almost 4 really, and it's kind of hard to keep track of if you're just an on and off viewer, or maybe just someone starting to get into the series, which I'm thankful for you to come join me here. But yeah, what's going on with all of the series? So basically, I'm gonna start from the top. So I got this great idea to play a game called Minecraft in its old versions and try to get these cool items that you couldn't normally get. And then that was fun, it was great. And then all of a sudden, Ray's was like, hey, this is cool, and he gave me a shout out. And then I was like, well, my series is over because I made it to 115, which was the current version at the time. And so I was just like, okay, I'll just chill. And then I finally got the idea to do it again in season 2. And that season lasted for a long time. But I recently got kind of burnt out because I made a few mistakes when playing on that world. Mistake numero uno was I kind of didn't play the world as a regular survival world. I played it as pretty much unobtained only. I did some builds here and there, but like based on the episode number we're on now and the episode number in that series, I was like many versions ahead in that series than I am now, so I'm going much slower now. And then that basically, because the world's infrastructure was so bad, I didn't have the motivation to like upgrade it all, because I wanted to, you know, when you want to do a project at a time, you do it, but then later on when you don't want to do the project but you haven't done it, it's like not fun. So yeah, gaming that's not fun is just not cool. So hence I kind of got bored with that series. I took a long break and I tried to come back to it a couple times and it just didn't really work out. So I started planning this series, which I kind of unleashed on everyone randomly. And I think I'm doing a much better job. I've learned from all my mistakes in the past 2 series, and I think this one's here to stay because I'm taking it much more slowly with a lot more deliberation in the things I do. And of course, there's more of a community to talk to and hang out with to find out about unobtainables, so that is also a plus side. So that's kind of what's going on with all the series. I just wanted to clear that up, but that's the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any cool ideas or anything like that, please leave it in the comment section or let me know in one of the discords below. Alright, bye bye.